Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing this fine to moderately awesome evening? It's good to have you with us here on 1111 Media Creator Academy, coming at you live here on Thanksgiving Eve. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Coming at you solo tonight. We have a lot for you tonight, though. There's some really cool stuff that has started presenting itself in the world, and it seems like there are so many things that start coming at us that are released all at the same time, and it is a lot going on. So we had we have a new associate named Bree Bolton. We are going to let her announce tonight, but she has a fever, so it's just going to be me tonight. But it's going to be a lot of fun checking out the new Sam 3 model that is going to be from Meta AI, and it's going to be a lot of fun. What it does is it's pretty crazy, actually. So I didn't want to let it sit and collect dust on the proverbial digital shelf. So wanted to come to you guys and see what was happening. Yeah, Daniel, we are here. I had a Friendsgiving. We hosted a Friendsgiving. We had quite a few people over here, and so I think that there was a turkey coma happening with a lot of folks. But this was just too good to sit on, and had to get out of the turkey coma and into a live stream with you guys. And I got some new art up here, so had to show that off, right? Had to. I didn't have a choice. I don't make the rules. So yeah, want to really dive into this. Hope you guys have been having a great Thanksgiving Eve. Do you guys have any plans for Thanksgiving? If you do, drop in the chat. If you plan on doing some writing, if you plan on doing some filmmaking, you plan on doing some family, doing your own friends thing, plan on staying in, going to watch a movie. Be fun to hear what you guys are up to. But let me show you guys what is happening. Let me see if I can find this real quick and get this going here. So for those of you that don't know what Sam 3 is, wanted to show you guys. So let me see if I can get this going here. I'm not used to being in charge of the controls, so I'm gonna bear with me if I suck at this. Um, let's see. All right. Let me see if this is good. Here we go. All right. So what this is SAM is an acronym standing for segment anything model, SAM 3, and this is their third one. A lot of people don't even know that this exists, and it is going to pretty much blow your mind, I think. So I want to show you guys exactly what it can do here. So what it is this just came out last week, and Meta AI says that they are announcing Meta Segment Anything Model 3, SAM3, a unified model for detection of segmentation and tracking of objects in images and video using text, exemplar, and visual prompts. As a part of this release, we're sharing SAM3 model checkpoints, evaluation data sets, and fine tuning code. We're also introducing the Say Anything Playground, a new platform that makes it easy for anyone to understand the capabilities of SAM and experiment with cutting edge AI models for creative media modification. And then in edits, Instagram's video creation app, they're going to actually put this in the Instagram edits app so that you can soon enable these new effects for your reels. And when we get into exactly what it does, I think you guys are going to be pretty jazzed. I think this is going to be way more powerful than just an Instagram tool, but I definitely think it'll have its place there. Um, I think if people aren't careful, and this is my personal opinion, I think that there is the option that it could be kind of like that Sora to AI slop, where people use it for kind of dumb things or trivial things, I should say. But on a filmmaking standpoint, this is going to be super, super, super time saving as we kind of dive into this. So, but this playground, we're going to look at this later, and guys, it's going to be fun. But in the new creation experience enabled by Sam 3, will also be in Vibes on the Meta AI app and on the web, and then separately Sam 3D, where you can create 3D objects of a 2D picture. Yep, that's true. That's happening now. In an open source models, code, data for 3D, you're also able to download this onto your local system. And then separately, they're sharing the Sam 3D suite of open source. Like I said, it's going to be powering the Facebook Marketplace with a new room in view in room feature, where you can actually see if you're buying a couch or you're buying a chair or something, you can actually visualize it in your home with your decor, which is kind of cool. And then they have a partner with Conservation X Labs and OSA Conservation to launch the publicly available video data set on wildlife monitoring using this model as well. So it's really cool. And let me show you. Here's a video of what it's doing. So what it is it's linking language to specific visual elements in the images or video. It's obviously, if you've ever been a part of this, it's a major challenge to actually track all these different segments, all these different objects moving in your video at the same time, and then tracking them wherever they go. So this is, could be rotoscoping, this could be tracking, and anybody that's been in this field for any amount of time knows this is pretty time consuming work. So check this out.
SAM3 is here, a unified model for detection, segmentation, and tracking of objects in videos and images. SAM3 takes the click prompting capability of Segment Anything 2 and builds on it, adding text prompting, a powerful tool to easily detect and segment multiple objects of a particular category at once. This speeds up workflows and eliminates the need for manual segmentation of each individual object. SAM3 also enables visual prompting. Use object selection to find other similar objects in the same image. And the model also supports follow-up prompts to refine the predictions. SAM3 is a powerful toolset for applications in wearables, robotics, entertainment, and creative fields. Try SAM3 in the Segment Anything playground. The Segment Anything line of models is enabling innovative new experiences across Meta's apps, including the use of SAM3 for new effects in Instagram's Edits app.
So, did that just kind of blow your mind too? Was that pretty cool? It seemed like that was pretty cool. This is kind of one of a kind. Like, if you look at this, it can now segment literally everything in this room, and it's going to number it so that you can actually recall it. So you have not just these bowls, but it's numbered these bowls so that you can make sure that you can revisit them again. And it will number how many of whatever there is if you want to. So if you're like, I need to know how many lights there are, it'll go, okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it says there's 10 lights of this kind. There are 3 pictures. There are, 6 bowls, 5 bowls visible, 6 bowls. So that you can find that really easily as well. And then it obviously color codes all these. So this is crazy in how it is building this and how fast it really does it. And if you're one of the statistical kind of nerdy people, kind of like I am, this is exactly the kind of breakdown, like how they're doing it, where it's got the the media pool and the ontology. You got the mine data, propus MPs, do this, flower, and then it verifies these things, and it kind of shows you exactly how it is getting where it's getting, where it's sitting there and it's just, I thought llama was dead, but apparently here it is still. And it uses systems such as llama base captioner, automatically mining the images. So it's moving all this model architecture. And this is how it does it on the videos is it says, okay, you put in a text prompt of penguin. The text encoder then looks at it and says, okay, um, there's the actual picture. There's that encoder. It detects and then it tracks it. So it says, okay, all these are penguins. These are all different penguins. It knows that it's different penguins. And then it goes over here. It keeps a memory of it. And then it'll also automatically cut them out and track it for you. So you don't have to. So you could put these penguins, kind of like it has it there on a beach rather than, in Antarctica. Um, this is nuts. This is crazy. Go nuts, guys. This is amazing. These are some of the segmentation scores that it got. It's saying that a human's level is this on the text to masking, in images using the SA code gold. This is where it's at versus Gemini 2.5 Pro, which of course they have 3 now, but it wasn't out when they obviously did this comparison test. And then where it is against its older models as well. And then this is Quinn. Oh no, Gianna again. Once again, Gemini 2.5. But this is interesting. And then this again, this is from Meta AI. And so this is just again kind of an example of horses can be trained, follow the commands, that we control the boom and right, and what instructions can use. It's finding the bridle. And there's a playground that you can use, and we're gonna play in it. And so all you do to do that is, if you guys want to try this out, guys, right now it's free. Yep, Meta's going crazy. I know last time, a couple weeks ago when we had a live, we were announcing in Meta.ai, Midjourney is free for the time being, unlimited prompts for images and video. Well, we can go to the playground and we can actually we can get this for free too. So if you want to, you just go to ai.meta.com/Sam3 and you can download the model, or you can get in the playground. And we're gonna get in the playground tonight. So let's go ahead and let's play a little bit. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so let me see here. There we go. So this is what that scene is here, and it'll let you play around without even logging in at the moment. So I just want to kind of show you guys. This one here will show you what it's about. This is the playground. So let's go through each of these tonight and show you a little bit of what SAM3 can do, so that when you decide to get in there, you can know exactly how this can save you time, how you can use it in your photos and videos, and just exactly how powerful this is. So let's try creating video cutouts. So if we go in here, and they have these cool little sample videos. You have the dog one, you have the soccer player, you have this this girl that's looks like she's twirling around. Let's do the soccer player. So we're going to do this. And so it's going to load the video, which you can upload your own video if you decide to sign in. And we can describe this. So this is what's crazy. And it will do this if you upload your own photo or video as well, is it literally scans the video and says, hey, this is what I found. Is it any of these things that you want to be segmented? The soccer ball, the soccer sock, the red jersey in the corner over here, the white jersey, the player, the soccer player. I don't know what the difference is. The cleat itself, it recognizes the cleat itself. So let's see here if we want to do the ball, because that's going to be really tough to stay in there. So it's searching for the ball. It recognizes that it's partly impeded. And now we can search through the entire video. So it's going to follow that ball. Look how fast the ball is. And the ball slightly goes out of the screen for a second. So now I guess I can, let's see here, click to refine. Okay. So it's refining it apparently. All right. And then one cool thing here is you can actually show the track. So if this is something, let's say that you're looking at, for a sports thing, right? They're like, let's look at this. Um, let's look at this, where did they go? The hockey puck or the soccer ball or whatever. And it should, what I'm getting from that is it needs to show the trail. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm off. If something is off, click to refine. Okay, so I guess it was just wanting us to refine it. So let's continue to the effects here. So right now, it's highlighted it. So it's letting us know, hey, look, we're highlighting this ball and we're tracking it. No problem. So let's look and see what else we can do here. So we can, to the object itself, it looks like we can clone it. We can color fill it. We can have it glow, glitch. We can do the trail. That's what I was talking about. That's what I thought it was going to do. We can do the trail. Blur. We can put a box around it. Contour. We can just keep it original. Outline. Pixelate. So this is great for, here, we'll try this one in a second. But that's going to be great for something particular too. We can adjust the color on it. Let's say we don't want it to be white. We decide we want to do this moving one and we want to adjust the color. So then we can, let's see here, do the brightness. So yeah, we just do that. Let's see this. Yeah, there we go. Can I make it a different color? Maybe. Strength. Looks like this is good for refining what's there, but I'm finding it a little bit cumbersome to change the actual like color itself because these are all the yeah, that's so I have strength. I've got a preset which kind of changes it a little bit here, but doesn't do a significant one. It looks like you can see kind of like yellow and that's kind of purplish. I can definitely change the contrast. Contrast works great. So we can make it really contrasty. Look at this, it's a real moody ball now. This is if it was an emo soccer ball, right? Like, hey man, like what's going on? I'm feeling just a little bit down right now. Um, but and then obviously we can change the brightness on it or the saturation, keep it just that way. And if you decide you don't like, if you like it, obviously you just exit out and it keeps it that way. If you decide you don't, you just get rid of it, and that's beautiful. So what happens if we do the trail here? So look how fast this happens. And you can actually play with it. You can change the color of the trail. This is what I was hoping for the other one, actually. So you can change the color of the trail, and then you can actually change the decay to be less or more. So this one here is keeping it longer. So this is kind of like the path of the hurricane sort of thing. This is how they get that. And so this is keeping it the entire way, which is kind of cool. But this is really fun to play with. And guys, like for you to do this in Fusion or After Effects, it's going to take a little bit of work. So the fact that you can do this with one click is kind of insane. This is kind of cool. And so that's okay. So that's fun. So that's that. And you can actually, again, so you can have it so it's not highlighted anymore. And that's fun. So what happens? Let's see if we go back home. And so that's select objects. So we have a different one here. Let's go back to this guy. Let's see if we can do the player and see if we can cut him out. Let me see if I can find the cutout. So we'll do the white jersey. Oh, it's just the white jersey. Hold on. I'm going to say, hold on. Where's the soccer player as a whole? So let me see here. You say soccer player with number 4. Okay, well, for some reason, it's still got all of that but we can do that. That's fine. Let's see if we can cut these guys out. So we're going to search the entire video for all the soccer players. It actually segments them all. That's crazy. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So they're finding all instances. Oh, okay. And we can refine a separate object. This is really nice. So it's saying that this is object 1, the guy there in the red next to the guy with the 3. So we can refine that and just do something to him, it looks like. So let's see if we can put a box. Just was hoping to put a box around 1, but maybe not. Let me see here. Thickness, fill, corners. Okay. Can you put a name on it? No. You can take the highlight off of them. That's pretty cool. So if you do this and you play it, it keeps them there. Now let me show you. So there was an effect on here that I think is really cool on the soccer players, which is pixelate. And if anybody's ever done this, you can actually do this to the faces too. So let me go back and share this with you here. This will be a funny one. So look at these dogs running up over the hills. And this looks like it's a 10-second one. So I'm going to see here. It says dogs, nose, grass. I'm going to say, yeah, just the dog. So it's recognized this. It's going to search the entire video for instances of dogs. Now we have, look at that, so many different dogs, and it recognizes it. This is so nuts, guys. So it's going throughout the entire 10-second clip. And once it does that, we're good. And now it's telling us all the different ones that we have, and we can edit the object. We can add or remove it from the one that we have highlighted. So why we could do that is, let's say we only want, let me see if I can do this right here. Perfect. So now this one dog is not in it. So let's say that this is the dog that we want to highlight from this. Is he's sitting there and he's what we want. So now what I'm going to do is, let's say we go to this blur. And what we can do is play through it, and I can unhighlight these. And now, just like that, we have this cool depth of field thing that looks really, really natural. And obviously that one dog is still in focus. And the fact that we can do that, I did that with what, like 3 clicks, is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And there's dogs crossing in front of it. It leaves the frame. It's absolutely nuts. And so the fact that it can do that is pretty cool. Let's see if we can. So that's video cutout. Let's look at image here. So this is taking, you can upload your own, or we can use theirs. Let's see here. So we can add effects to it. So this is the image. So once again, we can describe something that's in the image, or it's actually already looked at this and it says, this is what I found. It found an antelope, a zebra, impala, watering hole, horn, elephant tusk, not the elephant itself, but just the tusk. Reflection, the reflection, holy smoke. Hoof, giraffe, tail, snout. So let me see what it says here with the reflection. Okay, so it's saying only that's the reflection. I don't know if I love that. So I'm gonna get rid of these. Let me see what else it finds here. What if we do an elephant? Since it didn't find it automatically, I would love to see if it can find them, not just the tusks, and it did. So it found it, and these are, because they're different colors, it recognizes that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see here. So we can click to refine. Thank you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So let's see. We go over here and we can, let's see what else we have here. So we can, looks like we can vignette it to highlight them. We can color fill all around it. We can put a spotlight. So let's say that these are, yeah, see, so we're sitting there in your video, let's say you want to focus on these things, you can do that, and very easily you can invert it if you need to. You can change the color of it, which is really cool. Look at that. You can even put a tint on it. That's really cool. Um, you can look at the opacity, can go down or up. That's really cool. You can make it, yeah, there we go. That's super cool. And then it looks like you can scale it smaller, bigger. Yep. Guys, this is super cool. This is so powerful. And right now it's free. And I mean, guys, what in the world? And it looks like there's just some fun stuff that you can do here too. So you can do, let me see what else we have here. So looks like you can cut them out. Look at that. Yeah. Completely just cut them out. And then it looks like you can share it. So yeah, you're exporting the image and now you get this with that. And if you obviously took out the highlights, then it's just them completely there with no background, which is crazy as well. So obviously he's done a great job on that. Let me see what else it can do. So it looks like it can do auto zoom. I don't know how that works with a photo. Probably doesn't work with a photo. Looks like we can turn the whole thing into a cartoon. Okay, and it looks like we can change our edges, make it more like water, more like sketch. It's pretty sketchy. Look at that. Make it kind of this thing here. We can stylize it, more or less stylized. For some, because we had the elephants earlier, they're their own thing there, so it kept them the same, which that's actually really cool in of itself. Like, we could turn this into a video then, and, they're the ones that stick out as a real elephant where everything else is a sketch, which is crazy. Or we can invert that, which is kinda cool. It reminds me of the old, like, Macintosh days, like the webcam, if anybody remembers those. Um but yeah, this is pretty crazy. So let me see here. If we get out of here, we take this off a cartoon. Let's see if we can create some 3D scenes. Let's do it. So this middle one looks pretty fun. So your 3D models will appear here. All right, let's go. Okay, so click to select an object. All right. Uh, edit your object. So what is it? It literally just took. So generate 3D when ready. Add another object. Okay, so it literally took just that one element. So let me remove this. Let me see here. Can I add this? This is the fun thing about using a model is so new, right? Is I mean, nobody really knows how to use it yet, so we can kind of have fun and play around. So this is literally, it looks like just the top of it. Select an object to rotate. Trying to figure out how we can. Oh, here we go. Perfect. So it looks like now we have pretty much the whole um, mask. Let's see here. Generate 3D model of this record player. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this, guys. So let's see here. Oh my goodness. From a 2D image, guys, are you looking at this? Are you ready for this? From a flat 2D image, it 2 clicks. I got the lid and I got the base, or 3 clicks, and it said generate 3D. It's got a complete 3D, including a bottom that you can barely see, fully made thing. So we can rotate it, we can move it. Apparently, we can scale it. We can regenerate it if we don't like it. Center, okay, perfect. We can recenter the scene. Let me see here. And I'm guessing that we can export this somehow. Let me see here. Add effects, add object. What happens if we add an effect? Okay, let's see here. So we have our 3D object here, 3 object none. Okay, so we can add a shimmer. Oh, check this out. We can make it 8-bit. Uh, don't love that on this particular one. Starry Night. Oh, look at it. That's pretty cool. That's like a dream. What? Are you ready for that? That was amazing. You can have it disintegrate. A heat map. Oh, check that out. Wow. I assume, yeah, we can move it all around while this is happening. Particles, pulse wave. Ooh, that's funky. Ripple, also funky. Melt. Let's see it melt. Um, okay. Not what I thought it was gonna be, but still kind of cool. It's kind of like turns into a galaxy. It sort of looks like a galaxy to me. Swell. Let's look at swell. All right. Kind of like it has a living heartbeat in there. All right. Gold. This is just this has a really retro feel to it to me. This is something that's kind of very nostalgic in 80s maybe. Meditate. All right. Yeah. Breathing. That's creepy for a record player, but that's cool. Glass. Okay. I'm wondering, if some of these work better on other ones because this one here may not look like the best. It's still really cool though. Vortex. Oh, really cool. Check this out. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm in. Looks it sort of reminds me of Everything Everywhere All at Once, the bagel, the everything bagel right there. Look at it. Don't look in the bagel. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but if you have, this makes sense. Uh, don't really know what it's doing there. I guess I thought it would kind of stop vortexing, but it didn't. Explode. Okay. Can I get it from the beginning? Yeah. All right. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let me see it again. That is pretty nice. And then stretch. Let me see here. Okay. It looks like it. 1, 2, 3. Just kidding. I'm just gonna keep going. It looks like it's kind of getting ready to like throw you into like a pool or something. But these are crazy. These are crazy. I mean, think about this, guys. In 3 clicks, and usually I'm guessing 2 clicks, we made a 3D object, and then with 1 click at a time, we isolated it, and with 1 click, we change all these different effects instantaneously. And I just feel like that is nuts. Let's see here, environmental effects, canvas. This is okay for the background. This is cool. Hand drawn. Check this out. Tune. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. Like, this is a style. This is a vibe. This is a vibe. You see here, edge. Okay, edge detection. This is a vibe too. Look at this. Look how well it does. That's so nuts. And then level of detail, inverted. Oh, that's really cool. Actually, I really like that. Now I want to listen to records. Fire. Okay, all right. I don't know about that one, but that was cool. Pixelate. Oh, I love it. This is like if you had like a regular Nintendo in today's graphics world. Hello, Moto. That's great. Let's see here. Visual filters. Let's see what we have here. Sparks. Okay. For those of you that are going to watch Stranger Things, this kind of fits that vibe, right? Dust. Once again, kinda has that real nostalgic vibe. I gotta go back before we do that. I'm stuck in this, pixelate thing. Let me go back to none. There we go. So if we go back to visual filters, let's see how the rain looks. Okay, this is interesting that some of the particles are going in front, some of it's behind, which is really cool. It'd be interesting in a different, environment if this looks better. Like, if you have, like a room like that one and you kind of have like the lo-fi girls sort of vibes, that would be interesting. Same thing with the snow here. This here looks, yeah, these snowballs kind of look a little orby to me. But I mean, again, if you lower the opacity and it doesn't look like these actually have any way to tinker with them. But if you lowered them and made like the opacity there and make them a little smaller, I could see how this could look real, especially, those further ones already look fine. Fireflies. Let me see here. This is a fun little effect, it looks like. Oh, that's interesting. Um, this just reminds me there was a mobile game called Snake IO where you're like this worm, or Worm IO maybe, and you're just this worm going around and you're eating these little energy balls like these ones that are floating around here. And that's all this reminds me of, is that mobile game. Doesn't really remind me of Fireflies too much, but still kind of fun for sure. Especially, I mean, right now this is free, guys. I mean, you can't go wrong. And look at these bubbles here. You're deep in the sea. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is you are deep in the ocean, guys. This is a dark, dark sea. Um, but again, I wonder if you already had a background, if what it would do. So I'm gonna go back to none. Let's see, and then we have background image none. Okay, so we can put this in a workshop. See, I'd love to be able to place this now. Like, now that I have this floating, like, I'd love to be able to place it, because now that we have this, that'd be interesting. Can I place that somewhere? No. Shanghai, I don't know why they decided like Shanghai would be one of the test ones here. It's interesting. I mean, it's a beautiful area. I just, got this floating record player in Shanghai. No big deal. All these people here. What are they photographing? Oh, that makes sense. Skyline. And then the floating record player makes sense. Snow. I mean, who hasn't dreamt of listening to records in the snow in the middle of nowhere? I mean, I haven't, but okay, so that's really interesting. Oops. So I wonder. So that's adding that effect. We have this, and it looks like we can share. No way. Is that gonna do that as an element? That would be nuts. I'm gonna have to see if this is actually going to like actually do this as an asset. Guys, if you're able to take a photo, turn it into a 3D completely usable object, and then export it and then put it into Blender or something like that, that's are you kidding? So, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. So you can actually download the video, and I think that's just the spinning black video there, and that is. So it says you can download the 3D model, and it does. It looks like it downloads it as a .ply, which is what you need for a fully functional model. So you can literally, guys. So not only can you track, okay, I don't know if you guys are getting this. Not only can you guys track a whole bunch of different models and now basically rotoscope it, if you know anything about filmmaking or post production and stuff, AI is changing the game here in the sense that there. Think about this: if you have interviews or people that like they said, okay, you can't show these people's faces, you can only show that one person's face because that's the only person that we have a release form for. You can do that now. You can just literally put this in SAM3 and go, cool, I want you to detect all these faces. And you saw how I blurred out all but that one dog. You can literally say, look for faces. It'll identify the faces. And then you blur out everybody's face except the subject that you don't need to. And that would usually take so long if you're doing it by hand. So, guys, no matter if you're using this as an author, if you're using this as a filmmaker, when you're making trailers, when you're making visuals for anything, if you want to accentuate certain things or certain effects, or if you want to count, it will count how many there is of each object. And you're like, how many M&Ms is in this thing? Like the contest. You can do that now, and you saw it. I mean, it appears it does a really great job. So let me see. So that's amazing that it can actually do that. That's just nuts. Um, so this is, I think, back to image. Okay, so So this here. You can click to select an image. Just the couch. That's nuts. So let's see how good it does here. So it's selected the couch, but you can't see part of the couch because there are pillows and towels or blankets on top of it there. So let me see if I generate a 3D image out of this, if it will actually fill it in or if it will leave it blank. Let me see what it does. So it's seeing, you can kind of see how that's happening. Oh my goodness. Look at this, guys. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts. And you can add another object if you want to. You can add those effects. It even knows that there are feet underneath it. This is crazy. And if it didn't do it well, it looks like you can refine with clicks. Use the add to adjust the mask, toggle between add and remove to control what's included. Click to expand the mask, remove to shrink the mask. So if it didn't grab everything I wanted it to, I just keep adding until it has everything, and then I would have generated it. And then we can go back in and add all those effects that I did over here. So we can say, you know, oh, I want the shimmer, whatever, or I want it to look like 8-bit. Don't love this 8-bit thing, but yeah, so you've seen all that now. So if we go back, so we've looked at creating video cutouts, we've looked at creating image cutouts, we looked at creating 3D scenes. Guys, let's look at creating some 3D bodies. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this breakdancing lady. So it's searching for people. Found said lady. So let me see what our options are here. So display options. I can do the original view. I can see the human models. Let's see if it will create a model of her. So I've said your people reference view. Okay, so that's what I'm on now, people reference. So then it looks like I can create a 3D model of the person. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's what it was asking. Do I want to see like a full rendered version or the 3D kind of person? And so because of the one I did, it did that. So this is, if you're used to 3D stuff, this is kind of what you can see. So you can see her in here. But let me see if I do the original view and generate. If it, let me get rid of this. There's nobody to remove. What do you mean? It's right here. Can I get rid of it? Let me try again. Okay, we'll do her again. It's searching for the people. There she is. I'm going to keep this on this one this time. Let me see. Okay, so I guess that's just, I see. It's just for that portion. As you can see, this model instead of the person view up there. So if I have this now, these are my, so what do I have here? Select a body to remove. So I can remove this body, or what? Can I, okay, can I pose her? Let me see what I can do here. So you can make her further away. What's up? I was hoping that we could literally make a model out of this. This recenters it. Okay. If you remove this person, they want to. Okay. I've already generated all people. What is this? Let's look at this. This lady listening to music. Okay, so we found the lady. Great. Click on a person. Oh, okay. I didn't click on her last time. Oh, okay. Well, it just automatically does that again. I mean, this is cool. I need to know how we can get it out of here. I mean, it's nice that it can do this to 2D images, but is it saying, if we can't get it out of here, you know, I don't know. Have to know a little bit more on that. I have to play around a little bit more. If somebody knows, um, if they've played around with it, if you've played around with this and you know how to get these 3D models out of SAM3 and into a program so you can use them straight away, let me know in the comments. Would love to know your expertise on that. Um, but yeah, this is nuts, right? So here are a couple of things. So let's look at so we've just played with everything, right? We just played with all of the different things that it can do. But let's check out some of the ones that so it can do the contour lines where it finds the person and then puts a contour effect mask on them. So this is kind of fun for, like, I don't know, music videos or something with sound or something like that. Looks like you can, yeah, link that here. Try the template. Okay, so this is just what we were playing with before. So if we go here, here's the spotlighting effect. So it looks like we can get it. It looks like you can put keyframes on there where you can actually change the size, or maybe it's following. Yeah, it looks like it's following him. Look how well it tracks. So yeah, it does. It looks like it's because he's getting smaller in the scene. You get that spotlight effect, and as you can tell, they also have the glow effect. So he's got glow. So they have this outlining him, and then this spotlight following him, which is just absolutely insane too. Bobblehead. This looks like this is going to be kind of for some like AI slop, in my opinion. Um, yeah, this looks like something that we're unfortunately going to see on Instagram. If this is you and this looks like it's fun to you, that's awesome. Not exactly what I'm looking for it for, but yeah. Here's the track anything. This is really cool. The motion trails. Um, this just reminds me of Tron. I don't know. The new Tron came out like on the speed bikes, the light bikes, right? That's kind of fun. Um, if you guys saw that, it flopped hardcore. So I guess like 7 people saw it. I think I was one of the 7 people to see it. Um, wasn't bad. Really slow start. If you are nostalgic and like the first Tron from the '80s, it's kind of a fun ride. And the second one, music's a little different. No Daft Punk, but we did get some Nine Inch Nails. Not too bad. So that's fun on that. The trails. Here's where those bounding boxes come in. And look how good it keeps the tracking. I mean, this is crazy because sometimes they're not even on screen all the way. So the fact that it's just nuts. So it found the person or the people, even this person that is kind of mostly not even there. And then it was put the box effect on, as they're saying those are the 2 steps. This one here is just a simple mask. So it found all of the cells, which is hard to do because cells are, there's not a lot to them, obviously. But it found them, including this little fast little guy over here. He's on some caffeine, it looks like. And then there was a slow guy. I guess he's disappearing. I don't know. And then I don't know. There's just a lot going on there. And what else we have here? We have the clone squad. So this is what the clone stuff will do. Looks like you can do some fun stuff with that if you want to. Once again, I kind of sense like music videos, or if you want some cool one-time effect in your film or something that you're doing for that. We already did the contour lines, already kind of did the bobblehead. Okay, so yes, so this is what it's talking about with the hide objects. So a lot of people want their privacy on, oh, I don't want my kid's face on social media. Look how well it's tracking them. And even the kids in the background with their hands up, and even the kids in the very back, like, this is insane how well it tracks it. So it looks like they said find faces or face, and then blur effect on mask, and then they exported it. This is great too. Look at this. Another use of it. Pixelate. They said, yeah, pixelate effect on the license plates. Look at this. Look at this. Are you guys catching this? Look at all of them. And people go in and out of in front of them, and it just catches it. Guys, if you were doing this, especially this many objects by hand, this would take hours, hours upon hours. Oh my goodness. This is just nuts. You can pixelate the screen itself. Again, there's people in front of it, so this is making it more difficult, but it does a great job. It's just really funny because they're like pixelating like what appears to be like nonlinear editing systems. Oh my gosh, pixel out that Premiere Pro timeline. Don't want the client to see. This is kind of funny. Um, and then let's see here. This is interesting. Check this out. This is going to be super usable. So it looks like find person color fill effect on background, and they did color fill as a green screen, which then means you can go into any nonlinear editing system and use a chroma key, use the background fill, and put yourself wherever you want. So you could put yourself walking on a beach, or in Italy, or um, on a frozen tundra, even though he looks like he's probably dressed for a much warmer day. This is crazy. Look at that business. And that's awesome. It looks like green screen certain objects, which is awesome too. So picture, and then they did color fill effect. And look at this. It goes in front of the other one. So you could actually put whatever you want to in these when you want to. So you could have this be, guys, this is genius. I mean, you could have this be whatever you want. You could have this be your own art. Imagine selling your own this, if you're a novelist, what if you put the cover of your own books on the wall there, like it's a museum piece, and then this lady's got maybe your new one in the series, and then maybe like a coming soon sign or something. And I don't know, this is just crazy. This is that. And then looks like you can, so this was the dog clip that we used earlier, and so they found animals. They did a adjust color effect on the mask, and then adjust color effect on the background. So they did they circled the dogs, made sure that the dogs were good, and then kept the color them on them, and then did a separate one on the background, and obviously desaturated it so that it kept all the color just on the doggies. There is a very slight outline, if you can see it, on this golden retriever that's walking up here. Do you see this right here? He's got a bit of an outline right there. I got to be honest, this is the first time in what we've been on here now for a little bit. This is the first time where I've seen it have a problem. I mean, guys, that's remarkable. What else we have? Craft your story. Yeah, I was wanting to see what this auto zoom does. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's okay. It looks like it kind of finds you and then zooms in, maybe. Okay. That's interesting. Looks like they don't even know. I mean, this is their own demo and it doesn't even know like what it wants to do. So they said find the face and then do an auto zoom effect on the face. But so yeah, it looks, I mean, you could use it to kind of, if you're wanting to, like if you generate something AI and you want to give it kind of more of a handheld look, it looks like it's kind of giving you some more natural motion. I'll give it that. Front and center. Oh, this is interesting. Ball auto effect zoom on the camera. Um, so it looks like it's trying to stay zoomed in on the ball, but it looks like it does lose it sometimes. So it's trying to be those guys that are, really good at, work at like for the NFL where they're doing the extreme close-ups, for like Fox or ESPN or, whatever on like Monday Night Football sort of stuff here, and getting all this special things. So it looks like it's getting better at this. It looks like obviously it loses it a couple times, but how good it's doing at everything else, that's forgivable. That spotlight effect, we already tried that, and that looks like that's everything, guys. You can play with it here for free. All you have to do, again, if you haven't been here yet, all you have to do is go to ai.meta.com/sam3. That's it. So /. So it's ai.meta.com/sam3. And you can use it for free right now. And then if you log in using, your Meta account, so Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads, then you can play with all this stuff even more. And it will segment anything. So yeah, so that's Sam 3. In a nutshell, this just came out. I don't know how long it's going to be free for, but I can tell you that it's pretty freaking cool. Is it perfect? Not perfect. I will say, in my opinion, out of all the tools that have come out in the last couple of weeks, This is one of my favorites. Yes, I know Nano Banana Pro came out. Yes, Gemini 3 came out, and they are amazing in their own respects. And we may do a video on those as well. But this was one I thought that people weren't really talking about. And also, with Gemini and, everybody's talking about those. And then Nano Banana 3, or excuse me, Nano Banana 3, Nano Banana Pro having, most of the time it's got the restrictions if you don't have a paid plan. I found the restrictions to be kind of heavy. This is something that I didn't see people talking a lot about, and I really wanted to shine a light on it here at the 1111 Media Creator Academy. So, yeah, so that's just a little bit of what's going on in the AI world. If you like the 1111 Media Creator Academy, give us a like on this video and a subscribe if you want to see some more cool stuff. We'll be talking about we'll see what else comes out, but if not, I sense maybe Flux 2, maybe versus Nano Banana Pro, maybe something like that is in the cards for next Wednesday. We'll have to see. But right now, guys, if you are watching this and it's before Cyber Monday, we have an amazing deal going on right now that if you're interested in any of the classes, the Intro to AI Film for the Novelist, it's a 2-week class. It's usually $199 with the code, all caps, Vegas, which we'll put in the description as well. It's absolutely free. Okay, so as long as you sign up for it before Tuesday, it's going to be absolutely free. You take it whenever you want to. Check out the course, see if it's something that's right for you. We've had a lot of positive feedback where they say somewhere in the first course is in the first week is the this kind of aha moment. And then if you're curious on the other ones, you get $500 off the AI video book trailer and the AI visual audiobook course with the same Vegas code, all caps, Vegas. And that was because we went to Author Nation a couple weeks ago. So this is part of our kind of Black Friday sale. We want you guys to check things out. Coming up very soon, we're going to have a AI consistent characters course. So keep an eye open for that on the site as well if you want to. But so glad that you came by today to check out what's going on in the AI world. Hope that you had an amazing time, and really look forward to next week showing you guys what's new. Hopefully you guys had fun, and check out Sam 3. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Tell us in the comments what you guys play with over there and what your favorite part of Sam 3 is. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Talk to you soon.